Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
Before we start recording, violently grabbing for your head, reaching for your glasses. You're like, I can't talk without my glasses. I can't read. Your phone, the font on your phone,
It is not
looks
that
like
big.
the top line of an eye test at Kugler.
Does not.
Can you read that?
That'd be one letter.
You cover up the your right
My
eye.
eyes
Can you
are
read that?
equally bad.
It's 7,000
They're
point.
They're not that bad. I literally, when I buy the stupid little readers, they're like the lowest number, 0.25.
That's good.
I just need just a
Just
tweak.
help.
Just a
we
tweak.
all need a little boost.
It's not a lot.
I actually got my eyes checked on Saturday, and
Yeah.
I need readers. And
Probably just a tweak.
It's like whatever, because we both had LASIK. Yours has lasted forever. Mine's been 7 or 8 years, and I'm still far as great. Just a little help with reading, so I'm gonna get glasses. I got a slow roll into it because I don't want to be made fun of around the office. So I just
Get the little readers.
I know, but it's covered 100% on our insurance.
To get
so I'm gonna
actual
get
glasses?
sweet ones. Yes,
You can
sweet
get some
ones.
really nice ones online that are cheap.
Yeah.
And
I know.
Because I break them and lose them constantly because you don't wear them constantly.
Yeah. On and off.
And you wear out the arms.
I'll have to look at that.
Is what that's what I've found. So I'm looking for those packs of like 10 for $8 or whatever it is, and they've got all different kinds of styles and colors and all these. And so I'll buy them, and then I just have a drawer full of them.
Yeah.
I leave some in the truck. I leave some in my drawer here at work. I leave some in the kitchen.
That's funny.
And like every other old person in the world that has glasses in every room of their house.
You have some glasses hanging on your sweater while you're wearing another pair of glasses.
I haven't done that yet, and I did. I'm wanting the stupid little neck chains to be cool. What the librarians always had.
I want fanny packs to be cool. So can't always get what we want.
They have rainbow colors, all the different colors.
I say just
really
wear
cool.
it. Have you seen the way some people dress? Just wear it. Just do whatever.
Because I'm like, it'd be so much easier if the thing was just attached to me.
Agreed.
Like your mittens on your coat when you were a kid.
Agreed.
So it'd be the same kind of concept. You get old, you just want to attach your glasses to you.
Just leave them right there so you don't lose them.
So,
I got. It's funny. The Target on 100 and whatever, 32nd and Center, whatever
pick
that
a
is.
street. There's a Target.
Well, and that's where I got my eyes checked. And the doctor there, but I was supposed to take like 3 minutes, 5 minutes,
What drove
whatever.
you to go get your eyes checked?
I just haven't had it since we went to Kugler a couple of years ago, and I've been like having like.
Do you squint every once in a while?
Yes, I squint. So I'm like, and Beth, her and Soph were laughing at me one day. I'm like, well, maybe I should just go. So I went anyway. So I need to get some readers or something. But 5 minutes into my exam, the doctor and I don't know how we got on this subject. We're talking about prostate exams, and this is an eye doctor. And no, that's not the bonus plan for the eye doctor. He's awesome. I just love. We were talking about he's like 4 years older than me, and how we got on this? Oh, because we were talking just about our age. And he's like, yeah, I'm whatever 53, and I still haven't had the boonk up my butt yet. And I'm like, wow. I said that's not in this part of this little appointment, is it? He goes, no, it's not.
It's not in the strip mall of offices at Target.
You just don't. I don't know what it is. You picture like there's athletes, doctors, professors. You don't ever picture them. People that run big companies to have nagging moms and parents. You just don't. And he was saying that his mom, he's like, my mom all the time. He's like, did you schedule your appointment? Did you schedule an appointment? And I don't know what it is with this generation. Beth, well, when I say this, his parents' generation.
The boomers.
The boomers, basically.
Boomers.
What is it with them with bowel movements?
I don't know.
Well, because I said this story to Beth in the car, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, my mom's mom's mom was the same way." This doctor's mom would ask him when he was in high school every day, "Did you have a bowel movement? Did you have a BM today?" Mm-hmm. And he's like, he would, but then he was a wrestler, so when he would cut weight, there was one time when he didn't for 2 days. So she scheduled him an appointment for their family doctor in like Scribner or whatever.
Right.
He's like, there's like 11 people in our city. He goes, so I was there at the doctor because I didn't have a bowel movement, and he rubber glove, doink, to check whatever out. And he's like, from that point forward, my mom thought I had a bowel movement every day. But why? What's the big deal with the BM? I remember my grandma asking about BMs.
I don't know. I would have to see. If you think back, that would have been 40 years ago, 30 years
Probably.
ago, 30, 40 years ago, right? And they'd be asking questions.
Like a sign of health?
I think
Or normal
stuff? It's normally you're supposed to. You are supposed to every day. But if you're dehydrated or you don't have enough fats in your diet or
that
you
covered.
know, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
depending on the diet you subscribe to, they'll tell you different things. For some people, this way works. For some people, this way works. And the people that have to add 1,000, spoons of Metamucil, there's something missing. There's something missing. And,
Yeah.
And that's just me, but I don't subscribe to the you need more fiber family. I subscribe to the you need more fat family because that's just been my experience these last few months. It's like changed my world. So,
The clockwork.
oh my God. When I talked about the ghost poop, I don't joke.
Well, I need whatever that brings because mine are the opposite of.
And it's like,
Mine are leaving. It's a crime scene.
it's like, did that just happen? What?
I wish I had that.
I mean, seriously, it is like, yeah, but it's every day without fail. So, but it just depends on, I guess, what works for you. Because some people are vegan and so they get lots of fiber, but there's also people that have messed up guts, and so some people, it just depends on what it is. But yeah, you're right. It's kind of funny. Somebody was talking about the boomers the other day, talking about, and it was talking about government and politics in general, not either side, but just the fact that this generation of boomers has had a hell of a run.
Yeah,
we
right?
still have in place the oldest people that are in politics are in charge of everything still.
Yeah.
And they're all boomers.
They're holding on. They're like
they've been in
they're like
politics
those-
for like 40 or 50 years.
Yeah. They're like those cats on the branch just hanging. They're hanging on for dear life.
I don't understand why they can't like move them off to the side.
Or why
I'm
they
not-
wouldn't
not-
want to.
It's like just kind of like, to get some different.
Yeah.
But you think about it on both parties. What rose to the top and ended up being, it's just crazy.
Yeah. No, you're right. The
whole
boomers have had a
boomers-
good run.
They've had a great run.
Yeah, they have. You're right. You're right.
I can't imagine any other. But then again, prior to that, people didn't live this long too. Right?
True.
So
True that.
So kind of crazy. But anyway, yeah. So we had to check a couple of messages.
Yeah, we got some text at 402-403-9478. Does not say who this is from.
You always say that.
And it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. It's from, do not respond to this text. Blah, blah, blah. And it's not from them. It says, your Sirius XM canceling talk we had on yesterday's episode could not be more accurate. My husband was on their relations team, right? When we first met like 7 or 8 years ago. His stories are all just like exactly like you said. Yep. They offer the discounts until they bite. They don't offer discounts until they bite. If anyone is paying for that $20 to $25 for 6 months, serious, they're completely silly because you can get it for a third of that.
All you got to do is just say, I just can't afford this anymore.
Yep.
Okay, well, we'll do this.
Isn't
Okay.
that crazy?
And then you get something in the mail that'll say, well, you'll get it free for 3 months, and then the next 6 months will cost you half price.
Right.
Or they'll keep sending you deals.
Just
so
hold off.
Hold off. That's right.
We got this text. This is from Carrie, and I just love it because with podcasts, somebody may be listening to an episode from 6 months ago.
I know.
So I have no idea what this is in reference to. I probably one the episode where I was talking about our cats just sit under the Christmas tree.
No.
Because this is a picture of, it says Mia's the gray one and Ellie's the cream one, right? Okay. And it's just a picture of 2 cats under a Christmas tree. I opened that. I didn't even think about us talking about that on the podcast. I'm like, that's the most random
Just
text ever.
It's like the closest thing to the great outdoors they had.
And,
right? Sitting
right.
outside.
It has one of the things like you had talked about Bella bringing your sock. It says one of her catches is in front of her, and it looks like like a turtle or something like that she caught it. She's staring it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought in. Did I tell you that I bought one of those little grass patches you can grow for the cats?
Yeah. I remember because I had to get
and
that
the grass
approved.
is now this tall.
Have they got into it yet?
Like a foot. It's a little. Flash is all over it.
Yeah.
Not Flash. Wow, that was a blast.
TBT.
Yeah, because Benny looks just like Flash.
Because Flash was usually all into everything, no matter what.
I always wanted to make him into mittens.
Right.
But Flash, yes, Flash's protege, or what do you want to say, successor, Benny's all over it.
Yeah, I bet.
All over it. Just loves it and just stands there chewing on the grasses.
That's awesome.
So there's grass all over the house now.
I'm sure.
That's a downside.
Looks like you mowed your front living room, your front room.
Yeah. That
okay,
too.
so you guys can text us 402-403-9478 or anywhere on social. Slide into our DMs. It's Pat and JT.
That's great. Saw a movie this weekend. It's called The Landline Detective. So
It's
you
that
know,
like- it's like Murder, She Wrote.
It is. It's like it's not like a series. This is just a one-off.
Oh my
But
God.
it's like a Lifetime type movie. And I just flipped. I'm looking for something that I don't have to pay attention to.
Right.
Right. And what it was, I looked up the actual description of it so I can tell you because it's perfect. It says, a man discovers a photo from 1982. What happened is his wife went out of town for the weekend or week. And so he decided he's going to get all their family photos, has a box of them, and he was going to organize them in an album.
Most guys go out drinking when their wife goes out of town for a week. He organizes family
he's
photos.
He's going to organize the family photos, and his daughter calls, and she's got the grandkids, and he tells her that's what she's, he's going to do it. And she's like, there's no way you're going to get this done before mom gets back. And he's like, I'm organizing them. We have stuff on the back. We'll get them by year, and I'll get it all done. So he's organizing all these, and he finds a photo from 1982 that confirms his brother-in-law was not where he said he was when his wife, who was this guy's sister-in-law, not sister, was murdered.
Oh.
Prompting the man to call police and call people in to solve this 35-year-old murder
Interesting.
mystery. So
that's actually kind of a decent plot.
it's a great plot.
Yeah.
That's what sucked me in. So the plot is he sees this picture, and in the picture, in the background in one of the pictures is a car, and it was at a house that's his brother-in-law's car. Shouldn't have been at that house. Because he was supposedly out of town or something else was going on when this picture was taken at some other event. That was
That's actually pretty impressive.
Well, you've seen those stories, like the woman who went to Disneyland with her family when she was a little kid, and then later her husband's looking at pictures from that, and he's like, "Why do you have a picture of my mom?"
Yeah, there was one not too long ago.
And the mom and the son were in the background of his future wife in strollers,
which is crazy. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago that happened.
It really wasn't. And so I like looking at pictures, like my dad's pictures right now. I've been organizing all of the win pictures, right? And these are from when he was a jockey on the racetrack, horses, and then a trainer, an owner, etc. And so go back into the 50s, and you've got the 50s styles, because you can see the grandstand behind the winner's circle, and you can see the people and what
all the
they're
guys
doing.
wearing suits and
hats.
Yeah.
They've got the not cowboy hats. We're talking hats, and they got the cigars, and they got the trousers with the cuffs, and everybody looks like they're dressed up to go to the racetrack.
Yeah,
and you've got as they go into the 50s and in the 60s and in the 70s, and you got the catwing glasses in the 50s and 60s. My mom had those on, and some other pictures in the 70s. You're like, oh my God, who dressed you?
Right,
and then all the way up to current day. Funny thing is that in one of those pictures, we're going through all these pictures. There's 150 of them probably, and I have them in chronological order. First picture is my dad when he's 16, and then it's going forward. And there's a picture in there about 3 years. Let me think here. It was a year before mom and dad got married. But there's one, it was in Grand Island. And so it was a win picture, and dad was the trainer. And so he's holding the horse, and there's this girl in the picture. Not right next to him, but just in this picture. And there were two pictures out there that he had winners day after day. And that same girl's in the picture.
Don't say that's your mom.
Oh, my mom. No, my mom's flipping out.
Oh, I bet. Of course. That makes more sense.
My mom's flipping out.
I'm sure.
Mom's like,
Gene, who is this hussy?
Who is this? Who is this?
And it's funny, your dad can't say he doesn't remember because he's remembered everything else from every picture. He is screwed.
And he says he can't remember.
He can't.
So it's not
Gene,
working.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
He's like, I don't know who that. I have no idea. And it's like the horse isn't owned by the same people. It's not,
you knew how long that horse worked out that day, Gene.
They're two different horses, right? Right? He's been training these horses.
That's awesome.
So he knows the owners. They're not related. The horses aren't related. Nothing else. The jockey, not even the same jockey. So you couldn't say, well, that was the jockey's wife. It's not even the same jockey in the picture.
Does he really not? Who was it?
He's not given if
I wouldn't
he knows,
either.
He's not given. But it was about a year before they got married, but they knew each other. And I don't know if they were actually dating yet or not,
Gene,
or what the deal is.
Your dad doesn't even say a word.
It's hilarious because mom,
I'm sure she's in a twist.
Every time we go through this book, and she knew about these pictures before I even put it together. And so when we got to that picture, she goes, oh, there's that picture. Gene, who is that? And she taps it.
Oh, I hate the tap. And it's the 1, 2, 3. Who's that? 1, 2, 3. That's the very aggressive. Tell me now.
And then she looks at him with a smile. She goes, come on, who is that, Gene? Why won't you tell me?
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, awkward. Flip the page.
You're dead. And then, there she is in the next picture. Who is that?
2 days in a row at the Grand Island at Fauner Park. He's in the winner's circle, and she's in there.
You need to tell your dad just to hold strong.
She's not like, it's not like she's close enough to him so she was with him. She's off to the side a ways.
Was she
and
hot?
There was a couple other people.
Was she hot?
I'm not going to say anything.
Because then your mom's going to give you the 3 taps. Come on.
And then one picture, there's 2 other girls, but she's like a half a person too far away from them to be with them, but she's like 2 people away from him.
Got it. Okay.
And then in the next picture, she's also, so it's not like, it's just weird.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Your dad needs to just be strong. Hold strong, little grasshopper. Who's this one? Oh, that 3, that tap, tap, tap. You're like, I am screwed.
I just hate it because
that's
I just want
funny.
it. And Dad's just sitting there.
Good for you.
And he turns the page.
Good for you.
It's like,
He needs to start pretending to forget things more often. Yes.
a lot more. What? I didn't hear. What'd you say?
That's
Can't
funny.
hear you. Okay, so on that note, we're going to
Yeah.
stop there just to give my dad a break because I don't want him to catch too much grief.
I think it's funny. Hey, you know what?
I mean, seriously, they just had their 60th anniversary. This happened before
No,
they
you
got
can't
married.
you can't expect him to remember. I'm just it's not a bro code. I'm just saying you can't expect him to remember that stuff from a long time ago, especially when he's focusing on his work
Right.
and his horses and winning and being a champion.
And maybe he
He don't remember all those hoes.
maybe he didn't even know her.
He probably didn't. And you know what? That's even
Maybe-
more baller.
right?
If he didn't know her.
He didn't even know her. She's just trying to slide in.
That's
She's
right.
trying to get in the picture.
Slide into his DMs, which is that's
the
what it
winner's
is.
circle at the time.
That's
It's
the DM.
Don't
That's
see
your-
it for 60 years, but whatever.
Oh my God, sorry. I just changed accounts. I just saw your notes 60 years ago. Okay,
So
so
anyway,
text us 402-403-9478 or slide into our DMs. No pictures
Nah.
unless they're of cats.
please.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's Pat and JT, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.